Okay. Well, I have now been able to play the Avengers PS4 exclusive beta. I think I've put in about 7 hours now. And I have some thoughts. So, welcome to Honest Opinion, Honest Impressions, maybe, for the Avengers beta, because this is an Avengers channel, everyone. My God, I cover this game more than anything. Anyway, the Avengers beta was a problem when it came to the multiplayer working, because it didn't. I ended up using, thank God they had this feature, the companion AI feature, more than I played with anyone. I couldn't get a game to start. Maybe there was just too many people and the servers were on fucking fire. I could not get a single game with a person. That's a problem for me. But it did allow me to experience the thing that they were bragging about, which is not having to play online and having your AI companions fight with you. Holy shit, is their AI fucking aggressive. Their AI is very aggressive in this game. Those fuckers were massacring people. And not just dying. Like, I think I had 2 deaths total. And even if I wasn't the one that went to revive them, one of the other AIs would go to revive them. And when I went down, I think I went down once, the AI came and revived me. It was very, very well put together, in the sense that AI definitely seems to do well in that situation. And it's something they should be bragging about, because I think it works really well for them. I am concerned about the drop zones. I'm hoping that there is just something missing, but they just kind of drop you in. You do something once, and you do the same thing once, and then you just kind of move on. And it's like, oh, okay, I was in there for 5 minutes, and then you just kind of move on. That's concerning to me. I don't really know what to say about them besides the fact that they were a little too short. Some of the missions were just there was nothing to them. And the other big problem I have is the overall mission structure seems to be a little samey. You go into an area, you take out things, you find the elevator to go down. You either destroy something or preserve something for a certain amount of time, or control something, I guess. And then you move on to the next area where you do the other thing, or you kill something. That's pretty much it. I'm hoping that there maybe is a variance. That's kind of concerning to me when it comes to some of these missions, is there's not much else to them besides protect, destroy, fight. I just want something else, I guess, maybe. And I know that critics are going to blow that game up if that's all it is. Other than that, there is a lot of gear. And I think once we are able to actually access everyone's iconic missions, there'll be more gear, and it'll be easier to level up, and it'll be easier to mess with people. And I don't know what matters more, leveling up or power. It feels like power matters more than leveling up. Leveling up just gives you more skills at your disposal, while power actually gives you fighting strength. So getting more gear seems to matter more than it does leveling up. And it is awkward. I do agree with IGN's take on this, which is that it's awkward to be replacing the bones of Hulk so much. But to break down the fighters, Kamala Khan has close, mid, and a nice long-range attacks built within her arsenal to make her feel like a complete fighter all in one. Iron Man, he has nice close to mid-range fighting, and if you need to go long-range, you have a variety. You can either attack them with lasers, phasers, or missiles. And if you want to mix it up even more, you can even go into flight mode to fight them that way. It allows him to be very mobile in a way that I've never seen. Kamala is a ground-to-ground fighter. She also has a support ability. She has a healing ability. But Iron Man is all attack all the time. And if you fight robots, he has the ability to have the advantage. So if you're fighting robots in this game, which from what we've played, there's a lot of robots. There's like 7 enemy types so far. But again, we're being handcuffed in this game to begin with because it's a beta. He's going to fuck up a lot of them. His ultimate is the Hulkbuster armor. It's okay. It lasts long. Kamala gets big. Again, it's okay. Her support is good. Her main attack, which is just her one arm, gets really big, and she pushes. She's like, forward. That's pretty weak. And her range isn't. Her range, like, everyone has a long range attack. Hers is the weakest because it's just her fist going up and coming back. And I feel like it's like Cap's the same way. It's just a shield going up and coming back. And Thor's is probably the same way. Just goes up and comes back. Iron Man's is okay. It's just delayed. And, of course, his main attack is good. His secondary attack is good. And Hulkbuster's okay. Hulk, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just my build. Hulk didn't really feel like much of anything. I was not impressed by the way Hulk moved, the way Hulk attacked. He doesn't really have upwards capabilities in some of the levels. And his attacks are very good. You know, we got the Hulk, the Thunderclap. We've got the Hulk Charge, and we've got Hulk Smash. Good attacks, but, man, he goes down. He can go down pretty quick. His rage ability is pretty cool. And his range, he just throws shit, but it's not. I wouldn't use Hulk as a range fighter to begin with. He's really good for up close, but if he takes too much hits, man, he goes down. He goes down quick, and it fucking surprises you because you have to keep holding right trigger to get his rage up, which is kind of annoying. But if you get used to it, which I started to, he's not bad. He's not a bad fighter. He's pretty unstoppable at times. But for me, the best fucking fighter in this beta is Black Widow. Holy shit, can she fucking destroy everybody. Her long range is pistols or full auto. I think there's a third one that I haven't unlocked yet. She has an R2 ability that is she grapples onto someone and will just fucking go to them. She can just pretty much go anywhere. She's nimble as shit. She has her Hornet Sting, I think is what it's called, as her her R1 ability. Her L1 ability turns everyone in the area invisible. And her ultimate is this staff that just does fucking damage. I mean, she absolutely annihilates people in this beta. And I gotta say, she's probably my favorite person in this beta. She just seems like the all-around faster, better fighter. And that's just because of the way I fight. I think she's the best. The mission structures weren't that big, and there were some problems, I think, like very, very samey stuff, samey designs on a lot of stuff. I get the feeling that's going to piss off a lot of people. Do I think this game is great? I think its fighting is. I think its story will be great. I think its graphical abilities and its voice acting are great. I think that first mission leaves an impression that isn't necessarily lived up to by the rest of the game, which could be a concern. But again, we're getting a very small piece of the overall arc of this game. If I had to rate this, I would give it about a 7 right now. If I was giving it a score, I'd give it a 7. Does that mean it's a bad game? No. Does it mean it's worth playing? Absolutely. Because I feel the big thing that we need to promote, big thing I want to put into words with everyone is this is a game as a service. So the way the game looks now, and if we continue to support it, the game we look at in 2 years isn't the same game. We're going to get free upgrades to PS5 and Xbox Series X if you're foolish enough to buy this fucking thing on Series X with Spider-Man coming exclusively. Spider-Man coming exclusively to PlayStation. To me, this game feels like a must-buy. There's a lot here. There was a lot more to this beta than I was expecting. Like I said, 7 hours, and I just finished with all the content, and I haven't gone back to a single area. Everybody is over power level 12 for me, and level 5 for me. The harm missions were fun. They're just waves, but they're fun. And they're a great way to get your level up if you need to. And graphically it looks great. But my big problem is matchmaking was broken. And the samey mission designs. Now, probably, they're probably scattered with actual real missions going forward, and that makes me excited. But I hope that some of the missions within the missions are not just kill these people, destroy this thing, or control this thing. I hope that it evolves over time in this game. Otherwise, reviewers are going to tear it apart. I don't really give a shit because I'm still fighting. I'm still fucking Avengers, and the combat system is a lot of fun. It's very entertaining to me. And we had one skill tree that technically had 4 branches, and the fucking variances that you could do to your goddamn fighting abilities was absolutely insane. And I gotta say, if there's 2 others of skill trees like that, oh my god, there's a lot of content. So I'm excited for more. I cannot wait until the 4th of September. I don't think I'm going to play it on Xbox for beta. I don't think I'm going to play in the open betas. I think I'm ready. I think I'm just going to wait the 26 days until release, because I think what we got here is a good game. And I just hope that people can get by the character designs, because, man, when you're playing those missions, who gives a fuck about character designs? The game just works, and it runs well. And it's got some camera issues, but very little. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that if you have a chance to, the open beta for PlayStation is next weekend on August 14th. The open beta for both consoles is August 21st. Please, please, please at least play the game. I really want to get this across. If you are someone who just takes people's opinions on the internet and doesn't formulate your own, then you have a problem. I want you to understand something. The only way you're going to understand if you like something is if you play something. By just not playing something and just saying, I don't want to play that, or that's in there, I'm offended, you're not getting anywhere in life. You're not growing. You need to decide for yourself if you see that. Was the trans phobia represented in The Last of Us 2? No. But I'll tell you one thing. Abby's story is fucking terrible and deserved to be better. So, formulate an opinion on your own. Do not take what other people say as end-all be-all. Listen to it. Use it when you're playing. But don't let it be your deciding factor. These are free betas that only help this studio make a better game. So why not help them make the game that could be what you want by giving them feedback? Because every mission gives you a rating system afterwards from 1 to 5. And let me tell you, only one mission got a 5 from me. Because they could be better. They could all be better. And the only way they're going to get better is if we tell them. The only way Destiny got better was because we tell them. The only way Warframe got better was because we told them. Siege got better because we told them. This is a company that will listen to you. They literally took a full-fledged Final Fantasy game off the market to make it better. And now it's the biggest MMO in the world. So trust me, Square is not afraid to make things better. But you have to be willing to give them the voice and the opinion. Don't listen to mine. Go formulate your own. Watch this video first. Obviously, that's why I'm saying it's at the end. But this has been Michael's Film Whatever. We'll be back next week. I believe Cyberpunk has another chance to redeem itself in my eyes. Oh, I get a really bad feeling about Cyberpunk. I really do. I'm really concerned. But we'll see you next week. Thank you guys for joining in.